Well, no, I can see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, so we get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde. Classic cliche, we're on the run. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts.
You're a rebel, getting into trouble. You're kind of like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original. You were never backing down, backing down, backing down. That's what I like about you. So dangerous, I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Nothing's up to knock him down. It's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can wash away your sins, settle down, but until then, we're like a hurricane. So different, kind of ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say, people say. I'm going crazy for you, baby. Don't know how you're making me feel this way. What can I say? It's what I like about you. So dangerous. I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Nothing's up to knock him down. It's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can wash away our sins, settle down, but until then, we're like a hurricane.
I can't let go of the feeling now. I gave you my heart, I gave you my heart. I thought I had you all figured out. I tried to live without you, baby, so I didn't live without you tonight. I thought that I'd be alright. Baby, just tell me why this bed feels cold without you inside. On my inner emerald eyes, floating on daydream highs. I shouldn't leave it, but I guess I'm not ready yet. I'm lost in my head. I'm not getting closer. I guess I'm not ready yet. You're still in my head. One day I'll forget, but I'm not ready yet. But I'm not ready yet. Believe that I'm somewhere else. But I can't get away from you. I can't get away from myself. Fantasize, so I close my eyes, but I can't get away from you. I don't wanna live without you tonight. Thought that I'd be alright. Baby, just tell me why. This bed feels cold without you inside. Hello. Floating on daydream highs. I shouldn't leave it, but I guess I'm not ready yet. I'm lost in my head. I'm not getting through.
Okay, we ready? Let's go. Oh, you forgot to include me in that. Okay. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, welcome everybody. How's your long weekend? Good. Okay, really quick. I want everybody to introduce yourself to somebody that you don't know, or at least if you know them, but maybe you don't know their name. No judgment, guys. If you should know their name, but you don't, it's okay. Oh, who's that? That was great. Thank you. Okay, everybody stand up and introduce yourself to someone you don't know. Oh, okay, I've heard your name. Okay. Hello. Nice to meet you.
I'm Max. Yes.
I'm Emmeline. Welcome. Okay, that's it. Just name. We're gonna do something else in a little bit more. You're done. Lori, this is not time for your questions. Tell me something awesome. There's the time for that in just a minute. There's time for that. We got it? Okay. Alrighty, welcome everybody. Who has a bucket fill, a win, anything like that they want to share?
Okay, so Mike Harmony did that meeting for everybody for
Today?
accountability, right? So shout out to Mike, but also shout out to my group because we've actually been doing this every Monday and it's been fantastic because I know I have to report what my goal was and if I did it or not. And so it's been really great. So shout out to Janelyn and Allison and Stephanie.
Bucket fills.
I don't know if anyone's been seeing this, but certain cities, certain price ranges are having a ton of inventory hit the market. It's crazy, and it's getting harder to price. At least I think so. But I had a townhouse going on the market last week, and it had 2 offers right off the bat. We went under contract, then the buyer changed their mind, went back up, and had another immediate 2 offers. So it's so weird that some houses are sitting there and some are not. But I just am very thankful that this townhouse is selling.
Okay. Solid. Anybody else? Good happening? I am like feeling so much gratitude for warm clothes and warm house and fireplaces and things like that and pets that have people that love them, that have them inside, and it is nasty out there. Okay, so R5 Homes, come tell us. Give them a warm welcome, our sponsor today. I'm gonna give them a mic.
Morning. It feels like I was here yesterday. Can everybody hear?
The mic is for Zoom.
Oh, mic is for
Yeah.
remote. Okay. Okay, everybody. So I was here yesterday. It was actually over a year ago, right? But it feels like yesterday. They say real estate work is not a job. It's an adventure, right? And sometimes it feels like a like a heck of an adventure. R5 Homes is not a builder. We are a flex ADU company making specialty products. I want you to think about that. And some of you may remember our conversations from last year. If you do remember it, forget it because we're going to go over it again and do it even better this time. I have with me Sunny. She's my sister, my partner, our top agent, and she's the lady that makes all of this happen. All I do is they lock the door and let me design and build homes and make sure that the inventory is available for the customers. So if you remember or may have seen anything from R5 Homes, what sticks in your mind? Anyone? First of all, has anyone heard of R5 Homes? About half of you. Well, that's pretty good. Last year, nobody even knew who we were. So if you now think of R5 Homes or have heard of it, what comes to your mind? ADUs? Perfect. That's exactly what we want to be remembered by. Eagle Mountain, Spanish Fork as well. Okay. And we're looking at a couple other locations that hopefully will be good for you. So there are 2 kinds of customers that we serve primarily. One are a group of customers that are challenged by affordability. I just heard somebody was talking about a townhome for sale. Think of us as a company that offers customers a twin home, 2 townhomes on its side. Think about that. You have 2 families living in that same structure, and now you turn it on its side, 1 family downstairs, 1 family upstairs. In some homes, we have 3 families or 3 entities living in the same, 3 groups living in the same house. Mother-in-law, renters, and the owner. It's a very special product. Why do we have it? Can somebody tell me why that's even good? Because I have a quick quack card to give the first person. Yes, ma'am. That is a terrific answer. Here we go, lady. Thank you so much. We are low on housing. People need a place to live, and people are challenged to buy because interest rates are high, right? Yes. Yes. You want one of these? That was a hell of an answer. Here we go. Thank you. Yes. No, thank you. We have two really, yes, yes. We are looking at Midvale. We are looking at American Fork. We like Utah County area, northern Utah County, even though we have a big subdivision in Spanish Fork. It's a little more expensive down there, but in Utah County, we keep our operation close because we build homes within 5 months. From the date you sign the contract to when the customer moves in is 5 months. And this is the way we have structured everything. All of our subs are precise and we plan it ahead, and we have a lot of experience doing that. Does that help? So I'm going to ask you this. If you think of people that are looking to buy a house, I'm not talking a townhome. Townhomes have HOA. Townhomes have no backyard. If you have a pet on a day like today, getting him on a leash and going out there is not easy. I've done that. So it's nice to have a backyard where you can open the doggy door and the pet goes out there, and if kids go play in the summer, you do your gardening. All of those joys of life are disappearing because all people can afford are townhomes. So what we did was we have built many townhomes, we have built many single family homes. So we brought the whole thing together and created a flex ADU is what we call it. Today is a twin home where you rent one, you own one. You can even have a space for your teenager that's always messy to go into a suite downstairs next to the renter suite. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, are there two tax ID numbers? or is
No,
it-
no, it's you own the entire structure. And thank you for the question. That was a heck of a question because you just set me up to say something. If somebody buys one of our homes, they get the whole house. That's why we call it Flex ADU. Flex ADU means it's ADU today and not tomorrow. We have designed it so you walk into the house from two different locations in separate quarters, completely separate. The AC units are separate, the heaters are separate, everything is separate. The owner quarters and the renter quarters are insulated from each other. You don't hear each other. You don't breathe each other's air. Yes, these are important design considerations. We designed this to be extremely unique, to be able to allow you to live comfortably. And then on top of that, we have a property manager that takes the rental headache out of you. You don't need to worry about renting. We have a company that rents it, and we pick up the fees. So you own a house that can do really nearly everything. And then tomorrow, if the kids grow, hopefully you'll have 7, 8 kids or whatever. They want to have rooms. So the house has 8 rooms that you can open it to each other. It's a single house dividable into 2 and 3. 1 second. Yes.
So if I have a buyer that's like a multi-generational family,
Yes.
this would work for them.
Half of our customers are generational.
Okay. So
we have parents that downsized and are living in the place and bring the kids with them. We have younger people that want the in-laws and parents to come live with them because they don't want to worry about them falling, 10 miles away, 100 miles away. They bring them together. Half of our customers are like that.
So you wouldn't necessarily have to have a renter. You could have a full. Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense. Thank you.
In fact, we have families that live together and they pitch in to pay. And one of them is owner, or they put all of their names on owner and they have a trust. And the family can carry wealth and people live in it. Yes, ma'am. They do have separate HVAC systems and separate, well, they have one electric line coming in and one gas line coming in. And then what we have seen is owners agree with the tenant, or property manager will tell the tenant. Sometimes property managers don't even say that the owner is living here. Then you don't even, because you don't even see each other. The only way you know that you have a tenant is knowing that there is a car parked in the designated parking spot. So in those cases, there is an agreement that how much they pay for their utility. We have optional technologies that will tell you how much gas goes to one unit versus the other, how much electricity goes to one person, but no one has used it because they figure, okay, you can just divide it by number of square feet, and the bills they get it once a quarter, and everybody is good. Yes.
If you guys have not gone out, I'm a huge R5 fan, if you don't know that, but front row here for a reason.
I can give you one more.
Yes,
but I
no,
think-
I'm good. I'm good, Al. But one thing that I want to say about the layout of these plans. So when you walk in, it's a single family home, a single family community. You walk into the home. The primary way of accessing the ADUs is through a shared space through the garage access, generally speaking. Al can make some changes if you need to. But what I want you to think of is you're walking through the garage door, and then think of essentially a mudroom or staircase that goes down, which is the shared space. So if you see your tenant, that will probably be the one place that you guys would have crossover. So the main area of the home, you would walk through the garage, and then you're on the main level. Think of a Rambler Ranch style home, right? That's and it's just a matter of closing the door behind you and locking a deadbolt door that creates the upstairs as your own space. Downstairs, you go down to the units. You can have one unit on the left, one unit on the right. Again, two separate doors that have access to the space. So you could have a 2-bedroom ADU unit on the right and a single ADU unit on the left, or vice versa, whatever. But that home also grows according to flex space, in that creating a single family home is just a matter of opening that door. So it makes sense and it flows. So hopefully that gives you a little more vision. I just thought that was important to say on the layout.
You're absolutely, yes.
Why ADUs are important. For those of you who aren't familiar with ADUs, and R5 is a great builder, and you get to speak with Al himself. I haven't had a client close with him yet, but I've offered his product to a number of clients and hope to sell more products. And I was hoping he was saying he was going to be up north in Davis County because I have a number of buyers moving that direction. A little more land up there. So what I'm saying is, for instance, if a client qualifies for a home at $500,000, they will qualify for up to $700,000 with an ADU. So big difference in purchasing power and being able to live somewhere long-term and be in a single family home. No,
No.
you do not.
You don't. On the appraisal, they will note it as an ADU, and we can use future rents to.
So we can even do better. Thank you for doing that. That's a magic of ADU, is you get credit for the future rent. But we have also come up with something else called guaranteed rent. We, as the builder, have a company that will guarantee paying the owner the rent, and our property manager will rent the space. So from the get-go, you get significantly greater purchase power. You know you have a house that can generate rent, so the typical owner of our properties is paying less than $2,500 a month. You can't get that even with a townhome. After 5 years to 7 years, when people move out and want to do something better, something bigger, different, our owners don't want to, because our home flexes into whatever they want. But if they do, over a townhome, you get about $90,000 to $100,000 more in value. Because number one, you have a single family home. Number two, it appeals to investors. And number three, your purchasing power that you gained in the beginning by accounting for rent causes you to get a single family home at a higher price that you otherwise couldn't afford with a townhome, and will give you a return after 5 to 7 years that is outstandingly higher than a townhome. So think of that. Yes, ma'am.
So in these communities, the owner has to occupy the property. Is that correct?
Yes. So there are a couple of nuances to that. If you are the owner, want to occupy the property, clearly no question about it. You have a permit for doing that. Now you have an ADU, you can rent. However, if you're not renting to a third party and you want to bring family together, that rule no longer applies. You can have the owner being a member of an LLC that happens to be a family member. And you can be 90% owner of the LLC. Your resident can be 5% owner, and there'll be another resident, another 5% owner. Now you can qualify for an ADU option without you personally having to live there. We have some parents that do that for the children. They want to create a trust or an LLC where the kids can live there as owner, rent it, and then they pay for it, or they have the children bring in a little bit of money and pay the payment. Yes, ma'am.
So you can be non-owner occupant though, or can you?
You have to be an owner occupied, but the owner definition can be an owner of an LLC, but not has to be resident. The majority owner doesn't have to be the resident.
Oh, okay.
A minority owner can be a resident.
Okay.
Back there, yes.
Does anybody occupy the ADU as the owner and then rent out the main floor so you can rent out to like a bigger family and get a bigger portion of the mortgage payment rented?
We
Or
have young
covered.
people that are smart and young at the same time. Believe it or not, there are a lot of them out there. And what they do is they live in the basement. They rent the main and upper. If you think about it, it's no different than a house you just bought. You didn't finish the basement, right? In this case, they finish the basement, live in the basement, and they get almost 2/3 of the payment out of upstairs. You cannot beat living in that basement as compared to, let's say if you live in an apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, you live in your own home's basement, you pay almost half of that amount. And then you have access to the backyard. So this is one other magic of our Flex ADU. We can divide the backyard into 2 sections and fence it. So you can have a renter backyard and an owner backyard, and they're separated. They don't see each other. They can go play. There's plenty of land back there. So we can get 1/4 of that land in the back, and you attract renters that are high quality renters and are looking for somewhere with a yard. Yes.
I have another question, sorry. For the rental being owner occupied, is that something in your specific contract, or is that like city bylaws where it says like a single family home has to have the owner occupied one, or like blood relatives? And it can't be 2 different families occupying the same single family house?
So very thoughtful question. That is a city requirement, and City of Eagle Mountain, where we are operating, gives you a lifetime permit for that. So that house will be allowed to have an ADU by assumption that owner occupies and lives there. Did that answer your question? And it's not ours. It goes with the house. That's why investors would love it, because they can always generate money with that. Since you asked that question, I think you ask a lot of good questions. There you go. Okay. So think this is a different animal. This is not a regular single family home. This is not a townhome. This is not a duplex. It's better than all of them. We've spent 2 years designing it and improving the design. The 2 sides have everything from laundry facilities to heating and independent heating and cooling, to fully insulated for sound, to yard access. As Becky mentioned, also, we designed these homes with 1-car garage for the basement resident, 2-car garage for the main floor resident. So from the 3rd-car garage, you can go straight to the basement. You never have to go outside. Some people that are older want to have that. They don't want to be in the elements. So we designed that. And if along those things, I got to tell you, we customize these homes. This custom business has become such a crazy thing where people pay 30% markup for customization. We don't charge that. We think we can customize a lot of things without any additional charge. You want bigger room, 2 bathrooms, you want a tile, you don't want it, whatever. We do a lot of different things for customers. Within 4 to 5 months, we build them. It is practical. It is not too good to be true. Just come see us. If you go to r5homes.com, you'll see so many options. Now, I want to challenge you. I only have one of these, but I have something better than that. You came to this meeting to listen to us. And I want to challenge you. Who has potentially a generational customer that comes to your mind? Yes. 2, 3, 4. Those are the ones that bring joy to my heart. We had our parents, Sonny and I, our parents in the last years of their life lived with us, lived with her, not with me, because I couldn't have them separated and they wanted their privacy. She had an ADU. Then we took that ADU and completely improved it. So you have family living together. It's the greatest thing. We have about half of our owners like that. And who has people, younger people that are looking for investment opportunity and a house with a yard? Who has those folks? Great. You have 2 of them. You got to get one of these. But I want to tell you, I'll do better than that. I saw that this is our 2nd meeting. So now I want to challenge you. Bring them. If you bring them, they walk through, they sign a contract, we'll immediately give you $1,000 bonus for remembering us, plus your full 3% when the contract closes. What we are looking for is the mind share of the most powerful community in the real estate business, which are you. Even with all the digital marketing and everything other trick, the number 1 driver of home ownership is sitting here. It's not Federal Reserve. It's not the interest rate. There's always a workaround. It is you saying, I know Jack and Jill and John, and you got to think of them and call them up and say, this is the time for you to own something. And we offer them so many different ways that they can own it. So remember, bring them in. We have $1,000 fee for you, for thanking you for bringing them in, and then your full 3%, and your customer is going to love it. We don't have a single customer we don't call. Every month or 2, we call every single one of our customers. Good, bad, and ugly, we take care of it. Good, we joyfully accept it. If they have a problem, we go fix it, and we will never embarrass you. Okay? Yes, ma'am. Eagle Mountain, right by the Ranches Golf Course, we have right now 2 models operating. We have many of them under construction or just about finished right in the Eagle Mountain City Center. We also have some luxury units with 2 2-bedroom ADUs and beautiful everything, just a higher end models at Spanish Fork. And if you look at, again, r5homes.com or call us, we will personally guide you wherever you want to go. You're very important to us. And we want to build this relationship for the long haul. You will not regret it. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you very much.
Hi, thank you so much. And remember, up to buyer broker, commissions, bonuses, that stuff. Mike will help us with that. Thank you for the offer, but we'll make sure it's compliant. Okay, we got Becky, Dan, Nicole, Wendy, and Terry. Happy birthday, everybody. Okay, and then we got Kimber is going to be teaching on Wednesday this week on Zoom, talking about the first shift. Who's read the book Shift before? Ish. You have it? Okay, who has it? Okay. Wanting to read it. So we're going to be focusing in this year a little bit more on books and deep diving into some of those things. So this would be a good kickoff. Talk about shift. It's how do you shift your processes, your business in a market that's shifting, right? And we've had a lot of shifting in the last 5 years. And then Ian is also today later, nope, a week from today, 28th from 1 to 2, talking about command and production of your business, how to plug in deeper to it. Okay. And then the social media playbook is on the 29th. Kimber's also teaching this. This is a really strong class. I encourage you to come. If your social media needs a little bit of help or revamp, this one's going to be here in person. This is an in-person class. Okay. All right. So the Utah market update. We talked about this last week a little bit at Mike's team meeting. Where are you getting your market information? Just tell me, where do you get your market information? Okay. Good job, Hiram. Where are you getting it? Because if it's TikTok, which was a scary day, my daughter on Sunday was like, I don't know how to live. I'm addicted. I have a problem. I don't know what to do. Or Saturday or whatever day it shut down. Becky, happy birthday. Yesterday. Happy birthday yesterday. So much stress around that, right? So this market update takes all of the actual numbers, puts it together from a bunch of different forums, puts it together in one meeting to talk about where we've been, where we are now, and where we project to be, giving you actual information to share with your clients. Okay? Okay, pickleball. This is in 2 weeks. Is that right? This is in 2 weeks, and we need a lot more people signed up. This is for a really good cause. It's a pre-Valentine's Day night. Yes, please.
Yes. Everybody's invited. You don't have to know how to play pickleball. They'll give you like a little, there's going to be at the beginning, like a little tutorial or whatever. You do not know how to play this. I've literally never played. I'm signing up. It's going to be so much fun. There's going to be all different levels. So if you've never played, want to play, maybe you played a little bit, maybe you're professional, just put your level down when you sign up. It's going to be so much fun. And we want this to be like something you can invite. This is a good reason to call your clients. Like beginning of the year, what do I want to talk about? Talk about this. It's a great way to raise money for a really good cause.
What were you going to say, Hiram?
I was gonna ask if you signed up originally as individual and then you want to bring your significant other, like how do you like add them? Oh, because I've already done the $30 individual and then it's 50 for, how do I just have her?
Are you listening, Amy? Did you hear that question?
Okay, talk with Amy. Perfect.
I didn't, are you listening? I just meant. Okay, it sounded wrong. I don't mean to like, if you were like, I couldn't read your body language. Okay. Thank you. Any other thoughts, questions? Let's do this, okay? Please. Okay, family reunion. We're getting more and more people signed up. The manipulation tactics are working. If you need some help with it, if you're interested in going, but you just need a little more info or something, we may be able to help you get there. So reach out. Depends on if it's a minute or 32 minutes.
All right, who can answer this question? When you get multiple offers as a listing agent, what's the first thing you do?
Multiple offers as a listing agent, what's the first thing you do?
Multiple offers as a listing agent, what's the first thing that you do? Who's gonna? Jana Lynn's got her hand up. Okay, so I heard multiple offer addendum. Talk to your clients. And when you talk to your clients, what are you going to do? You've received at least 2 offers. Saturday morning, 9 o'clock. You look at your email, you got 2 offers. You're going to call your seller. What are you going to do? Present them. Is there anything else? If I say MOD, what does that mean? Some sort of disclosure coming from, it's called a multiple offer disclosure. Anybody have any idea where it is?
Legacy
It's on the MLS in the forms. Does anybody know what it talks about? Options. Thank you, Nick. So it doesn't have to be the exact first thing you do, but that's what I'm going to recommend that you do. You get multiple offers. We call our clients and says, we've received more than one offer. I'm going to send you a multiple offer disclosure form to sign. That's covering your tail end. It's a brokerage document you guys want to use. And it really does give you the big three. We can deal with any offer that we want individually. We can do a highest and best, right? You guys familiar with highest and best? And that's where you would do the addendum that Jana Lynn talked about, or we could send multiple counter offers. If you don't even know what that means, figure out how to do that, but I don't recommend it. It can be very convoluted. But guys, that's covering you, and it's going to force you to have a conversation with your client is about, here's the ways we can deal with these offers, and then take it a step further is, folks, what do you want me to discuss with these agents? Because guess what? They're going to all ask me questions. Well, how is my offer? So Mr. and Mrs. Seller, do you want me to disclose the highest price of the offer, of the highest one we have? Do you give me permission to talk freely about them? Right? You guys got to have those questions with your clients. It's either your clients. Don't just assume that you have carte blanche to talk about all those offers with the other agent. Mum's the word till you get permission from your seller. But what I wanted today was the MOD. So I affectionately call it multiple offer disclosure. Cover yourself. Make sure that your clients get that signed as you start to talk about what's in these multiple offers. And then I'll do a broker moment on taking a little bit deeper on how to go through that form. But does that help for today? So just remember MOD, multiple offer disclosure.
Can I add too that it makes it easier when you're taking the listing that you've talked to them about the possibility of that happening and what the options are. So then when it's time to go through the form, they're already familiar and have thought about what they want.
Thank you, broker.
You're welcome, broker. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. So we're going to talk about our ALC, and I want to roll back a little bit about what the purpose of the ALC. What does ALC stand for? Yep, Associate Leadership Council. Bonus question, what is the origin of it? How did this start, the ALC? Back in the old days, circa 1990s, right? Yes, it is a Keller Williams thing. That is, well, that is true. Thank you for giving the start of that. It's Gary Keller built this real estate brokerage with a partner, and the partner left and took most of the people. I believe he also took his wife at the time. I think that's the story. And it was a really low point. So he started his brokerage again and went to his divorced, different lady. Started his brokerage again, and when he was starting that and starting Keller Williams, that was a question that he asked is, hey, why do you think this happened? Went to the people that left, and how do we present this? How do we prevent it in the future? And out of that came this leadership council of agents who want to have some say and some autonomy in how things are run at the brokerage. And that's where that came. So it's been going for a long time, and it's really our board of directors. So it's a way to create community. I was looking at this article from Harvard Business Journal, and what was interesting about it is this article was written in January 20, it was actually January 21st. Isn't that what today is? Is that funny? January 21st, 2020. What is significant about that? How important this topic of community would quickly. Everything was about to shut down. And going through this talks about what the secret sauce is to having personal success in your jobs, your individual jobs. So for us, we have our businesses, we're individuals, but we're a part of a group, right? So the top 5 brands, Apple, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta, claim 80% of the individual success of their employees is attributed to a plan for community in their workplace, and have all invested significantly in digital and in-person community engagement across their various product portfolios. The studies also show the decline that a lot of businesses had was that decline in community. So for us in our business, the ALC is a really important part when it is executed correctly. The purpose of the ALC is to provide and create community. I hear it a lot where people feel kind of lost in this business. It can be a lonely business. Real estate can be hard. It is hard. And it can feel lonely. Has anybody ever, you don't have to raise your hand, you can if you want to, but has anybody ever felt alone in a crowded room kind of thing? Do you understand that feeling a little bit? And I think I'm seeing a lot of expressions and nods that people are feeling and understanding what I'm saying. I think we'd be really surprised how many of us have or do feel that way, right? Sometimes it's vulnerable to share and show that. I've had a lot of conversations with agents recently where they feel they're really struggling kind of in that way. And so I want to propose we use this opportunity for this ALC group to help create the community that we want. So, does anybody have any thoughts with that? Yeah, Hiram.
Yeah, I have one kind of thought about community. There's the real brokerage that's been, it's kind of a fad. And anyway, I was talking to an agent that was here. He ended up leaving KW, and I know multiple that have left and gone to these like online ones. And for me, it's like, sure, could I go somewhere and save, $100 a month, $1,000 a year? Like, sure, I could go to the cheapest option, but I enjoy coming to the office and having these connections because I'm next to Don. Don's a stud. He knows everything about seller financing, everything about land. So anytime I have any question that I don't know, he's right next to me. Mike's always in the office, and so I just think that the community, it's worth more than saving a few bucks. And I think the community of just having people that are smarter than you next to you is just super helpful in this industry, because trying to start with, you can start on your own, but you're not going to go very far. We can go further together. And that's what's nice about, this community.
I love that. Thanks. It's the article is interesting too, where it talks about, you have a bunch of nerds that go to Harvard, right? Has anybody been to Harvard? Oh my gosh, it's Hogwarts. Oh, I was so fascinated walking up to people and saying, like, who are you? How did you get here? Tell me your story. You're here at Harvard. Do you know this? Do you know you're here? It's embarrassing for everyone that was with me, but it's so fascinating. So you have these people, so that the article really takes a very scientific approach to it, right? And trying to break down what really it is. And so it breaks it down into 7 things with a need for a community, why it's important. A shared purpose and values. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, simple, easily accessible value consumption. Just because it's there, if it's not easy to get and tap into, then it doesn't really matter, right? Simple, easy, navigatable. I just copied that. I don't know. It looks weird. Value creation. How does this improve your life, right? And is it something that you can easily articulate to somebody else? Clearly defined incentives and rewards. And that's something that's going to be a big focus for us this year. Carefully crafted accountability. Who feels like they have a high level of accountability in their business? Okay. Yeah, there's a few of you. That's good. It's kind of interesting, huh? Because raising kids, right? You have a high level of accountability with your kids because they are very good at expressing if you're on track or not with that. They hold you accountable to that, right? But sometimes it's harder in our business because who are we doing this for? We're doing this for ourselves. So in a business like ours, it's harder to exactly know if we're on track. Creating that accountability for most of you who said you don't feel like you have a strong accountability in your business, we need to talk about how we can get that for you. It's a critical piece. Healthy, diverse participation driven by good leadership. So that's where this ALC comes in. Mike, Terry, Amy, we have a good group of leaders here. Use that. Open, objective, governance, and evolution. This is something that can be kind of hard because we are shifting so much, and that's a focus on us too. How can we bring additional tools to you that maybe weren't here even a year ago, right? How can we be on the forefront of that to help you be able to guide and shift your business? Okay, sorry, I'm going quickly through some of this stuff. This is what the ALC does. They help set goals, implement plans, create policies, develop leadership, promote teamwork, improve professional standards, help agents improve, and oversee the operations. So they hold me accountable. The ALC holds me accountable. Okay, so I wanted to talk about, and then I'm going to have the ALC come up and talk about their individual teams and what it is that they want to do. But what we've done this year is we've broken up into the 5 pillars of our business. So for Keller Williams South Valley, we have 5 pillars for our business. And we have them kind of in the offense team and the defense team. So we've got our growth committee, our productivity committee. Those are our offense teams. And then we have our retention committee and our culture committee. Those are our defense teams. So if you think about this, if you can apply it kind of to your clients, it's growing and adding new clients and all the things, and then keeping connection with your clients, okay? With your leads and your sphere. That's really what it is. So we've grouped it into teams to be able to work together for some of these initiatives. And the end result for all of this is improved business, improved desire to be here, culture, connection, and community, which is hard to get sometimes, right? So I want to introduce first our growth committee. So we've got Todd and Emily Hayes, and they're out of town. So Carrie, come and tell. So as we're introducing these teams, I want you to kind of share your vision for this growth committee. And what we're doing today is I want you guys to think about a team that kind of speaks to you. If you want any sort of involvement in that team and what it is that kind of resonates with aligning to your business. And we're looking for people to join these teams and help to promote these initiatives and hopefully grow your leadership and your business at the same time. So Carrie.
So first and foremost, you are the most important agents to us. And we love you guys. We love the energy that you exude. And that's the reason why we want more of you. We need more Lisas. I've noticed that when we have new agents join us, the engagement and the excitement in the office goes up. The energy grows because we have, fresh ideas and fresh people, and no one's a number here. And we can't grow without you. We have K-Score, the education program, but it's so much better when I'm able to call someone and say, hey, Nick Gonzalez gave me your name and speaks very highly of you. Having that connection helps them trust me. So if we can all keep that mindset of growth, sure, numbers grow, but we grow because of the influences around us. So it's a win-win or no deal, right?
Yeah.
So if you can just help us with that, we'll talk about it each team meeting a little bit. But
we have a goal to profit share $50,000 this year. Give $50,000 South Valley agents who help grow in 2025.
So productivity.
So we want to give you $50,000. I don't know if that made you really caught what I was saying. You want it? Okay, then you can put your name up here on the growth committee.
But don't be shy.
Okay. Next, let's do our productivity committee. So we have wealth building and finance. That's Tyler and Lisa. Technology and innovation is Nick. Education and the More Club is Tammy and Jen. I saw Gilchrist and Jen at the same time. Jen. They do? That's funny. Okay, Lisa, you want to come talk about your chair? Also, let's give a big old round to Lisa, who did our events for 19 and a half years. I told her that she got to pick whatever chair she wanted after doing that herself.
It was actually 7 years, not 19.
Basically,
I'm only 20, so yeah. So looking at my goals, I decided that I'm not a young spring chicken anymore, and I really need to focus on getting ready for the day when I can't work anymore. I don't want to work anymore. I have enough money that I can live and do the things that I want to do. Who wants to do what you want to do? Like, Okay, well, cool. You guys are all on my committee. Um, so we had a meeting at MLA's recently, and we talked about what we wanted to do as far as contributing to the office and what committees we wanted to be part of. And so I chose that I wanted to work on wealth because that is my goal, and it has been for a couple of years now. And I wanted to be able to just really focus in on that. So who has a goal that they want to focus on their wealth this year?
Who has
Okay.
retirement done in the bank and investments and you're good? Like if you wanted to leave today, you're totally set for the rest of your life. Okay.
Okay. So you guys have a lot in common with me. So that's great. So Tyler and I, we just kind of talked about what we wanted to accomplish and maybe the topics we want to discuss. And our plan is to have a wealth meeting every month. And this would be an educational experience for everybody. We would have different topics covered. And so I just quickly wanted to just go over some of the topics we've talked about. We don't have them all planned out yet, but that will be coming as soon as we have some more definition on when ALC is meeting and that kind of stuff for this year. And so I'll just run through these quickly. And if anything stands out in your mind, write it down and let us know that you're interested in that certain thing because we have more topics than we can do in a year. So the first one is plan and have a goal for like 1 year and for 5 years, where you want to be. What's your goal as far as your wealth building goes? Budgets, personal and business budgets, breaking mental block in money and investing. Who thinks they're limited? If I told you in 30 years you could be worth $50 million, do you think that's possible? Who's thought about it that way before? Let's see. P&Ls, do you actually know where your money is going? And if you don't, Amy's on our community there. So we have a treasure right there. Rentals. Do you have rentals? Are you interested in getting any? We talk about that. Flips. Who wants to do a flip? Who wants to buy and hold? We'll do those things. Airbnbs, investments other than rentals and flips. House hacking, subletting Airbnb deals, that kind of stuff. Self-directed IRAs. Who has a self-directed IRA? Okay. If you don't know what that is, that's why you need to be with us. So we want to take a field trip and go actually see some flips that people have done. Tax saving strategies, cost segregation studies, bonus depreciation, software and technology for your finances, group investments, syndications, all of that kind of stuff. So I probably took too long, but that's what the wealth is we're going to start learning about that. If you don't know anything, that's great. If you know a lot, you're going to learn more. So wealth is where it's at, right?
Let's go. Thank you. Let's hear it for Lisa. Okay, Nick.
All right. So I'm going to be working with technology and innovation. Very excited about it. Haven't always been, but I've really learned how to be excited about technology because I like it when technology makes me money. So that's really what we're looking at. I feel like a lot of our programs, sometimes it feels like it's something that's just extra for us and that's not actually income producing. So we're going to focus on things that actually make us money.
I added like our brainstorm on there too.
Oh, okay. Oh, sweet. She took notes. Yeah, so tools and innovation, we're going to talk about, ChatGPT agent these are some of the tools that we're going to use outside of necessarily the automatic ones. So these are different things. There'll be a lot more. You'll get more info on it, but ChatGPT agent, Area Pro, Fixer app. Area Pro, I think was, easy accessibility to market data. Fixer app was like errand runner or something like
Fixer
that.
app is your email. It reads all your emails and responds to them and categorizes them.
Oh, that's
tells you what's urgent.
so newsletters, texts, our home hub tools. So we'll be making sure you know how to use those. There's been a lot of time and effort spent into making those really convenient for you. So we want to make sure everyone knows how to use those. As far as people that we really need on our team would be anyone who's into technology, likes to try stuff, and then can help us implement that. We're going to be bringing you classes, you know, in connection with Ian and Kimber. I'm sure along the way, we're going to bring some cool technology education for you. So it's going to be great. So bring your ideas.
Sorry. Hey, Jen. I also have a brainstorm. You weren't there, but this is one of the things that we are doing. You weren't there. I had a little bit of
Yes.
it, but categorizing our calendar so
Okay,
you know
great.
what class you're supposed to be coming to or what
Perfect.
it's appealing to.
I'm- oh,
brainstorm too. Like glad we
okay.
did this.
Send that to me, will you?
Yeah.
I'm Jen Gilchrist. I, with Tammy Losher, are in charge of the Education and More Club. Raise your hand if you know what the More Club stands for. Okay, not very many of us, but you know, I didn't really even know what it was until a little while ago. And it stands for Masters of Real Estate. Those of you who know what the More Club is, what's the limit that you have to sell in order to join the club? Lori knows. It's 3 million. So once you sell 3 million and have 3 million in closed transactions, you become part of the More Club and you get to attend our events. It's a quarterly event. But I would love for everyone to work towards a goal. If that's something that you haven't done, as far as production level, let's get you there. Question in the back? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like it's a running year.
Rolling, let's say a rolling 12-month.
No,
Of-
we just kind of, every month it changes a little bit because it's
Rolling 12 months for 3 million. So if you want to be help with this committee, we would be planning a quarterly event for the More Club. And we would love to get all the ideas, and it would just be kind of a fun get together where you can mastermind and mingle with other agents who are producing, as well as a little reward for doing so good. Now, as far as education goes, in a prior life of mine, I was a junior high school teacher. So education is super important to me. And my goal for this part of this committee is to get a lot more people attending our team meetings, because I think that brings community more than anything, because you're seeing these people on a weekly basis. So I really want people who are interested in helping brainstorm really great ideas and topics and have contacts and just really want to put together a great team meeting.
Thank you so much. All right, so let's go to our retention committee. I hate the word retention, but that's the deal, right? Like, it's with your clients. How do you keep your clients knowing they're your client and feel appreciated and a part of what you're doing? And that's what we also work on here. So we've got Shelly and Lori on Agent Connection. Lori? Didn't see Shelly. And then Clint, you're next.
Thank you. Shelly didn't give me the script. She's the head honcho, so not me.
It's fine. You can just do it.
But Agent Connect, kind of what we're trying to do is we're trying to create opportunities for agents to connect to each other and help share the wealth of their brains. In other words, we're trying to put agents into different groups so that we can help you mind share, mastermind, and feel like you're a part of a community, because a lot of these agents that maybe aren't in the office, they don't see each other, they don't know each other, but if you get a text from them and they're checking in on you, you feel like you're cared about. And so that's kind of our purpose.
I love it. Thanks. And you also get deals from knowing other agents and them knowing you. Okay, let's give, first person out of time. Okay. We're gonna go a few minutes over, but hopefully that R5 thing, I didn't want to cut them off because I know you guys had a lot of questions, but we're gonna have to go a little bit over if that's okay.
Hey guys, for those that don't know me, I'm Clint Allred, and this year I'm going to be going on the Rising Star. So it's kind of a new thing that we're doing this year. we haven't done the last few years, but the way that I'm looking at it is there's a lot of agents that you get out of coaching, you don't really know what to do. You're kind of stuck in that mode of like, you're just kind of doing the motions, but not necessarily getting to where you want to be. So I'm looking at it kind of like 3 different stages. So we're going to do like stability, success, and then significance. So that's how I'm kind of looking at it. So we want to help you transition between like the stability of the coaching program to gain that success so you can go on and start closing more deals down the road. There's a lot of agents, I feel like I have been in that spot where I was just like going through the motions, didn't really, I was out of the coaching group, but I wasn't necessarily quite at that, having 3 people that were doing all my work for me and stuff like that that we aspire to be. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing. We're just going to go over things. We're going to mastermind. I would say, if you're getting out of the coaching program and then you're just kind of figuring out what to do, that's going to be the main focus. So we'll do some masterminding groups. I'm not like, I wouldn't be opposed to even doing some call nights. Like we all just kind of pound the phones and do what we need to do. Cause I've been there and I've done it and I still do it. I'm a single agent. I do my own thing, and just getting into that mode can be hard. So that's what we're going to be kind of focused on. So if you're a single agent kind of stuck in between, 0 to 10 to 15 deals, I think this would be perfect for you, and we could definitely create some stuff. So if you want to join, we'd love to have you.
Awesome. Thank you, Clint. Okay, so I'll talk about the new construction and luxury. So that's something we're going to do more. A lot has changed in new construction and luxury. So doing more classes, CE. We've had a lot of people asking about how do you get a builder? How can I win a builder? I've had a lot of our agents have had conversations with builders recently. So I have a class on that. So teaching more with that. Okay, so our culture team, we've got Rebecca, KW Cares. I'm your biggest fan, obviously.
All right, I'm Rebecca Turpin, and I'm in charge of KW Cares. I didn't even know exactly what KW Cares was until I took on this last year. Basically, KW Cares raises money, first of all, for agents in our office who are going through major, maybe they're having some kind of major health issues, their family is. We're all self-employed, and unless we, when somebody is faced with some major issues, some major health issues, it's nice that we as a brokerage can turn around and help them. And the last thing they want to be worried about is money or paying their mortgage when maybe their kid's in the hospital or their husband or their wife. So really, really important. However, it's also really fun because we're planning some really great activities this year, but we need a committee. So far, it's been just kind of me and whoever I can like beg to help, but I would love to have a committee, love to sit down, plan out our entire year, raise a lot of money this year. We have so many amazing agents. It's going to be a really, really good year in real estate. I just know it. And this is a time that we can give back and help everybody. So, but I need a committee. I need help. I can't put on all these big events by myself. It's too much. So I would love, it's not going to take a lot of time. I'd like to get things really quickly through, but we do need some help. So if you can help, please sign up.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, we've had an agent's house burnt down. We've had a few bouts of cancer, different agents. We have some current things happening. We've helped bury people. We've paid mortgage payments. We've paid rent. We've helped someone take her 2 kids to a shelter for safety, right? So these are immediate things until the insurance money kicks in, or that in the middle of the night call, our house is on fire, we're standing outside. Okay, we'll get you a hotel room. We're going to get you some clothes. We're going to take care of that, right? That we are able to rally and do that. Clint. Sorry, you got to do this.
If you're not contributing to ALS or the KW Cares, I definitely would find a way to. I was actually on the receiving end of what these guys did and on the receiving end of that. And honestly, I would say if it wasn't for KW Cares, I probably would have had to sell my house, filed like a bankruptcy through some sort of thing just because of the the weight that stuff like that holds on the agents in our office. And it happens a lot more than you think, even if you don't see it. There is a lot of agents that are struggling, that are going through certain things, health problems. So just wanted to plug that, but what they do really does help. It's changed my life too. And, you know, definitely KW Cares is a good one. If you're not going to be on the committee, I would at least find a way to donate, be a part of the groups that they're doing, give $10 every check, you know, but we'll talk about that more. But just wanted to.
Thank you. And honestly, like, of course you would do anything for anyone if you could. We just need the could, so we can, right? All right, so let's do events, and then I'll do Robin's. So Patria and Bex, whoever's.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. I'm Bex Nielsen.
I'm Patria Roth.
And this is not our first time together. Like we've done some deals
excited.
together. We are so excited for events this year. So thanks, Lisa, for turning this over to us. We're so excited. What do you want to say about events?
That it's such a, well, I'm even learning. So in the past, I've always paid for events for my clients, but then I'm finding that agents pass that cost on to their clients. So I can't wait to learn how to do that with my clients so that I can leverage better and still take advantage of what the office, what we put together as far as being able to reach out to your clients. And remember, there is a class that an agent teaches off and on at the Utah Realtor's office, which is even if nobody comes to your event, how do you get business from that event? So you don't need anybody to show up. It's all the touches that you do leading up to the event.
We do
and
need
after
people to
the
show
event.
up though. So
Yeah, we do. We do need people to show up. But just the point being is it's such an easy, great way to show and remind your clients and your potential clients that you're in real estate without selling them that you're a real estate agent. And I'm a huge supporter of KW events. I'm one of the larger ticket sales to the events throughout the year. And I've really depended on the office events starting my first year to reach out to my clients and to create that professional image and offer a professional event without having to support the cost.
I love that. And I will just add to that. It is about the touches. And what else is there to say? We need to sell tickets. First off and foremost, we need a huge committee. So I know, Jana Lynn, I'm looking at you, Daylise, if she's in the room, so just really quickly so that we have an idea, is anybody in this room interested in events? Just by raise of hands right off, because we're coming to you. Thank you, Laura. I called you out, Jana Lynn. You don't get off the hook this year. So nice. Let's meet afterward and chit chat. We would like to get at least 10. So.
And you end up being at the events. And the best part about it is you end up front and center. So you end up seeing your clients.
Thanks,
So
you
that's
guys.
the great part about it.
Okay, so then our last committee, well, there's two, and Robin Buckwalter's doing it. So the diversity, equity, inclusion, and support. That is a really important one. We have a lot of diversity here in our office, and just highlighting that more. One of the examples of what we're going to do is find out the languages that people speak. Who speaks a different language other than English? Here. Okay. Yeah. Me and Dylan speak German. Maybe that's all we're going to speak from here on out. But you never know when you need a German speaking person. They speak perfect English, so it doesn't matter for us. But understanding each other's cultures, understanding kind of who we are, that's a big part of it. And then the other thing is our preferred partners. And we have some big things coming with our preferred partners. Leverage is going to help us be able to do bigger, better events at really low or no cost to our agents, kind of getting back to that. Okay, so what we're doing with this now is having our committee meetings the third Thursday at 11 a.m. here in this room. So we'll have 4 teams before our ALC meeting. So it's once a month, unless there's some sort of thing happening on your team that requires a little bit more time, but it's about an hour once a month at a time. Thursday, third Thursday at 11 a.m. So what I would love to do is I wrote these different teams up here. And I would love to have you sign up, put your name down for a team that you are interested in being a part of. Then we can connect with you and get you more information. Yes.
Did you and Dylan have a conversation in German?
Ich weiß nicht. I'm so stressed about it. I have to be there in Germany or I feel so stressed. Do you feel stressed? Yeah. Why is it so? You don't even know if we're saying it right, but it's like such a harsh accent that it's embarrassing. Unless you're over there. Okay. Okay. Anything else with that? With this part? Yeah, we do. We have 3 Zoomers. They're all going to events. KW Cares. All of them, and these will all work together. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be KW Cares. It can be culture, right? So then you'll help with whatever is going on for that different committee. We'll have more of an emphasis for that committee depending on what's going on, but you'll just be a part of the culture, helping unite people. So as we were talking in the beginning, how Harvard said it, 80% of these top 5 companies' success is community, right? Gary Keller said successful people are willing to do those things that unsuccessful people won't. So, Drive. This is the year of Drive. We're growing and we're taking action. That's all I have. Does anybody have anything else? Anything else you want to add? Jen, yeah. Yeah. So they will be helping all of the groups within that. Yep. So when we get the teams organized, you know, the people that sign up for the teams, then within that you can say, I'd really like to just be a part of education or. Okay. Well, we can have that looks like food back there. We can get started with food and stuff and just come up and write your name on anything that you're interested in and also have a good day. Okay. Let's start the music.
Closer, I guess I'm not ready yet. You're still in my head. One day I'll forget, but I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.